Hello everybody, it's Mark from Burton Bibles and I am back continuing our A to Z series and today it is the letter L, and I just want to probably be a shorter video because I just want to talk very briefly about line matching. Line matching is something that you may have heard us talk about on some of these Bible videos. As we look at these Bibles, we sometimes mention that it is line matched or it isn't line matched. So that's what I wanted to speak about. Line matching is basically the process of printing on one side of the page exactly the same as what is on the other side of the page, so that the line spacings and the lines of text themselves perfectly mirror each other on both sides of the page. Now why that's important is, obviously with Bibles you're dealing with quite thin paper, varying in degrees of opacity, so really what you want is for the lines to be matched, and we will take a look at a couple of examples of that. Here is quite a costly Bible. This is a Cambridge turquoise Bible, and if we open up this beautiful Bible, you may well be able to see, as I hold the page at an angle, hopefully that the light is showing through, that the lines on both sides of this page of India paper are perfectly matched up together, so that the text that is printed on one side is ghosting through the page, but only through the text which is on the other side of the page. So you can see an example here of what it may look like if that wasn't the case. You would have ghosting coming through and it would be overlapping, it would be spreading out over the text. So that's obviously not good. You want the Bible to be opaque as possible so that the print is clear as possible. So the best way you can do that is by putting the print that's on the other side exactly behind the print that's on this side, so you don't end up with greyness coming all the way through the white pages, the pages that would normally be blank, the line spaces. You don't want the ghosting coming through there particularly, because that's going to muddy the clarity of the text, and you'll see wherever we turn in this Bible you'll be able to see that the text is perfectly lined up. Obviously where there's chapter breaks that's different, but you want that text to be in exactly the same place. There's a good shot there. So that's what we mean by line matching. Now obviously this is a costly Bible. Maybe you think, well, is it a costly thing? You know, are cheaper Bibles done the same? Well, this is one of the cheapest Bibles, if not the cheapest Bible you can get from Cambridge. This is the Transetto, the flip back Bible, which is actually printed and bound by Youngblood in the Netherlands, and you can probably see already from the pages of this Bible that this is a line matched Bible. You can see the text. If I point with something, you can see the text coming through, and you can see that it's perfectly lined up with that line. So this is a line matched Bible, and it's only like 10 quid. So that's obviously shows that it's not to do with cost. Here's another example. This is the compact Westminster Bible from Trinitarian Bible Society, and if we get some light behind that, you'll be able to see that that this too is a line matched Bible. This is not so difficult to do because this is a digital font, a digital print, so obviously to line the lines up as opposed to on the old printing presses is not as difficult a task. So this Westminster Bible, lovely Bible, really quite reasonable, especially in this paperback sort of vinyl back guise, is line matched. Here's another example of that. This is the Classic Reference Bible from Trinitarian Bible Society, another cheap Bible. This is actually the Cambridge Concord, the personal size Concord, and you can see as we hold this page up that again it is line matched. You can see the lines on both sides of the page are perfectly spaced and equally mirroring each other, so they're overlapping each other, and as a result, as you look at the page, you can see that you get this nice clear text. And obviously that would not be as clear especially on a cheaper Bible where perhaps the paper isn't as good quality, that would really impact the reading of this volume. So that's a few examples there. Here's another one, another digital print. This is the Windsor Bible from Trinitarian Bible Society. It's a text-only Bible, a new setting of the King James, and as we hold the pages up, you can see there that that this is a line-matched Bible. So that's important. That matters for Bible printing in any case. So there's a good view there. Lines on top of lines. That's how you want it, ideally. Here's a couple of examples where a Bible isn't line matched, and you can make up your mind whether it's significant for you or not. This is an NKJV ultra slim large print edition from Thomas Nelson, and you can probably make out that already we're seeing some overlap there, in particularly where it says shadow of death. You can see text underneath is not perfectly lined up, and you can see the result that that's having. And when we put the page back down, you can see that this is starting to look a little less clear because there's less white where the line spaces are. Instead of having nice white because the text on the other side is in exactly the same place, we've now got sort of ghosting coming through, and it just affects the text. And on a Bible where you've got lots of text on the page, sometimes lots of small text on the page, and thin paper, that does have a big impact. Let's just have a look at this section here. Yeah, you can see that isn't, again, it's not lined up. Obviously it's going to vary throughout the Bible. In fact, here it's not too bad, it's virtually lined up, but elsewhere it's just going to be random how lined up it happens to be. So yeah, just to show you an example of that, and here is New King James. This is the Note Takers New King James from Zondervan, and if we have a look at this one, I think you'll see that on this section it's not too bad, but if we flip over to another section, you'll see that it varies quite a bit. There you can see it's not lined up at all there, and you can just see the greyness of the text block coming through even more pronounced in that particular section because it's not quite lined up. So it does matter, and printers will endeavour to get a line-matched Bible if possible. Other good examples, obviously I can't bring all my Bibles in here. The Cambridge Clarion, I believe, is nicely lined up. I think the Humble Lamb Bible too is nicely lined up, and most of the Cambridge Bibles that I've had a look at have been line matched. So I hope that's been of interest to you. So it's just something to bear in mind. Just have a look when you're looking to choose a Bible. Just have a little look at it, see how the text is laid out on the page, and have a look for line matching, because that may well influence whether you buy it or not, given the clarity of the reading experience, which is what it's all about, because usually you're reading your Bible for or studying it for some time, and you want it to be a pleasurable experience. So that's L, and that's for line matching, and I hope to see you again on another video soon. Thanks, bye.